How in the hell do you fight something that has the energy retention of a paper airplane? Stop shooting at me! I'll tell you how. You air brake the shit out of it. Yeah, you gonna die, clown. Yeah! Alright guys, welcome back. If there is something you guys need to know about me in general, I do not like supersonics. I don't enjoy the flight style. When you start getting up these high speeds, you know, some of them compress, some of them bleed energy really, really bad. And when you throw the T2 in the mix, it's kind of like whale wars. Like, they don't maneuver very well, so dodging a plane that has auto aim, now that's cancer. I hate that they have the lead indicator, and I hate that they have, you know, this wall of bullets that comes at you. It doesn't have a lot of fire density, but it's enough to screw you up. And in the MiG-19, you cannot afford to take damage. If you take damage in this plane, you're gonna have issues. Like, it just cannot handle the damage. But despite how much I despise supersonics, I know you guys respect me as a pilot, and you look to me for tips and tricks and whatnot to try and help you guys fly better. So I can make this plane work. It's just not a whole hell of a lot of fun. But I'll tell you, out of all the supersonics I'm flying, this one actually is a little bit more enjoyable than the most of them. This one actually has pretty decent energy retention in a turn. Pretty easy to maintain 1,000 kilometers an hour, which keeps you safe. It has excellent vertical. The vertical is actually better than the T2. 180 meters a second, I believe every meter of it. So I'm going to spend most of this video comparing this aircraft to the T2 because there's really nothing else. As long as you play it safe, there's nothing else that can really touch you in this plane. Nothing even comes close to you in the vertical, even the YS can't keep up. The 9.0s, they're not a threat, of course, as long as you stay fast. Now, they're going to be a little bit harder to kill, but that's because of the rudder. You know, the Gaijin actually fixed the rudder a little bit. It's still prevalent, but there's a few tricks I can show you to actually make aim a little bit better. And to be honest, if you can't aim the guns on this plane, you're going to have a really bad day. And that's because you just don't have a lot of ammo. You can burn through this very, very quickly. Now, I use armored target loadout because air targets started giving me a lot of puffs, a lot of sparks. Armored targets work great. They're still one shot, one kill. Amazing. All you have to do is connect. But the big problem is getting the bullets to connect. So if you guys have flown this plane, how many times you found yourself in this situation? You're trying to go after a plane that's dodging. He's trying to run away, but the rudder just does not allow you to make a turn coordinated with the mouse. So it doesn't really help. So what I usually try to do is I stay on my side and use the elevator to go left and right. See, I'm kind of on my side. Now he's rolling through it on this one. But let's go into another clip and I'll show you exactly how I do it. So in this scene, he's one of the last few guys left. And we drop in behind him, and I'm not alone, but this MiG-15, he's not going to be able to keep up. So the guy pulls slightly in front of me, and I missed the first shot. Usually I hope to land these shots, but I think I aimed just a little early, so it went in front of him. But here we go. So now he's doing this back and forth dodging. And I'm just kind of staying on one side. And so the mouse I can use to control the elevator, and the rudder just kind of does enough to hold me straight and level. So it's not really an easy task, but it's a lot easier in trying to fight that rudder, which rolls your nose high or rolls your nose low when you're trying to make a turn. So going back to the previous clip you were just watching, here's a T2 going straight up. Guys, you should be salivating at something like this because you know that this plane outclimbs the T2. And I think he knows it too because he's starting to make a turn back around. I don't think he had a ton of energy going in. If you see a T2 going vertical in front of you, I want you to get that thing. And I mean, delete it. Because this thing, I found out the hard way from flying the T2 that the MiG-19 is actually better at dueling. It actually has better power in the vertical, and it has better maneuverability below, let's say 400 kilometers an hour. And that's just a guess, so don't quote me, please. So let's go into how I fly this plane in a match. Now, obviously the biggest threat, as we said, were the T2s. And the problem with the T2s is when you're up high, you don't have very good maneuverability, especially when you're going fast. So almost every T2 player in this game has a tendency to go straight up from spawn. I try to avoid that. I make all my passes on the vertical either straight down or straight up. And I choose the middle altitude. I go to between 3 to 4K, 3 or 4 kilometers high, and I stay there. And I watch the top and I watch the bottom. In this case, I saw a dot coming up from below me. Figured it was a guy who was just taking off. Didn't even see me coming. And that's the thing, is a lot of people in this game, they look around them, but they don't really look up or down as well. And of course, the spotting system kind of screws you on that point. So if you don't have your head on a swivel, it's not very easy. So we made that pass. I see another T2 coming across my nose. I figure time to take a shot on him, but a little bit of compression kind of screwed my shot on that one. But I got another F40 coming in front of me. He decided to take a pass. We miss him. Don't get caught up on it, because there's going to be plenty more. Remember, you're going almost Mach across the map. People are sitting there trying to fight. They're not really paying attention. They're caught up in the person they're fighting at the moment. So we just continue on. I look behind me, and it's right about this time I realized that T2 I passed, he was actually sticking with me. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't shoot at me at the first time, but he fires off his missile and easily dodged it, and I think he's kind of angry about that because now he turns back towards me again. But he's also got a guy coming in right behind him that's engaging him, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to try and drag him up, but I know he's not going to follow, or if he does, he's not the brightest player. So we're just making this easy turn. Coming on back, I know I got a few guys coming in, I'm going to have to dodge them. T2 gets close, tries to make a pass. I kind of dodge him easily enough. And then now we got 3 more players that are going to become head-ons here pretty quick. And this is where you see this rudder actually kind of hurts me. So I'm trying, but I can't drop the nose far enough there, so we missed that guy. We're going to continue on. See another one. I still see his dot. I know he's going to be coming right at me. Closing distance pretty quick. Pop another shot or two off in the head-on. No joy. Just continue on. At this point, we're just going to come back around and we're going to try to take advantage of these guys that are going vertical. Try to catch them off guard. And really, that's going to be 90% of your kills. I've never really gotten in any solid dogfights or solid duels while playing this thing in an actual match. So it's just nothing but head-ons. But we got a T2 and a CL that's nice and slow coming down. Managed to get the T2, and he is gone. You are the best defense against T2s. I suggest you go for them right off the bat. Make a nice easy turn. Look how easy we maintain our energy in this plane. The PT was not nearly as good as this aircraft at maintaining speed. The CL's caught up in the guy he just killed. Managed to sneak up, get another kill. So that match is pretty much over. Last guy is about to die. Moving on to another match. So I got a little bit higher in this game, and it wasn't a really big deal. I want to show you guys this clip because I want you to understand that there really is no altitude that you cannot achieve in this aircraft. If you see something above you, you can get it. And so I followed this T2 down, but then I realized it's kind of pointless because there's a bunch of guys that are about to swarm him. See how all the blue dots are going for him right now, so he's not going to be coming back anytime soon. But I look and I see my squad mate Razor. He's over there and he's in a C2B, and he's more than capable of taking care of himself. But he's got a bunch of people up there, and he's not very well supported. So I decided to give him a hand. And we see T2, G91, Mig-19, and a Mig-15. It's a lot of dangerous planes up here at altitude. But look at this. I just went just a bit above the deck, and I'm up to 5K. Dodge that head on. Not even going to take that one because I wasn't set up. And look at this guy. This other MiG-19 is another 2K above me, and I'm just pulling right up into him. Not even an objective. He decides to break off the head-on. That was kind of a mistake. Look at this. We're right up to 6K. I'm a little slow right now, but I know I'm the only one up here, so I just drop my nose and go right back down. Like I said, guys, I play this plane on a vertical. I go all the way up, and I go all the way back down. So now we're going to drop our nose down and try and help some of these guys on the deck. We accelerate very well. So we're moving on down. I think I hear something behind me, but I'm not even going to bother with it because I don't think he sees me. I see my buddy down there getting caught up with a G91. He's nice and slow. We come in, we swoop in for the kill, and he's gone. Up and down like an elevator. So here's another little match. I'll show you why I picked this one in a little bit, but the elevator's now going down. We got a decent speed. We're going to break supersonic on the dive. We're going to come down and see if we can pick off some of these guys with low energy. The 9.0s are getting a little busy, getting caught up, so it's time to get rid of a few of them if we can. So we are officially supersonic, something you don't see very often in a Mig-19 on the deck. Make a pass on this guy, and the Mig-15 pulls in front of me, and just a little too much compression, but hey, we're not going to get caught up in it. We're just going to keep going. Look off my right, there's a Mig-19. I know he could pull into me if he wanted to, so I pull in towards him, not to give him an opportunity to get the shot on me. At this point, I knew there was another T2 in the distance, so I was a little skittish about going straight up and sacrificing my speed, so I kind of pull off, and you see me looking around a little bit. I know there's a T2 here somewhere. Now, where is he? Where is he? And there he is. And look, he's dropping right behind me. And this is your worst case scenario right here. You do not want to ever let a T2 get behind you. I hate to say it, you don't have the maneuverability to dodge his shots, unfortunately. But I use my superior energy retention, make a slight turn, and he gets nice and slow because he's not even paying attention to the 9.0s right behind him. And they'll eat him up for breakfast. G91, kind of sprayed, got lucky. I'll be honest, that was a really lucky shot. And just continue on. So at this point, looks like all the T2s are gone. I don't see another Mig-19. It's just 9.0, so it's going to be a little bit of a cleanup. We're just keeping our speed up, making sure that there's no 9.0 that could catch us if he wanted to. As long as you're above, say, 1050, close to 1100 kilometers an hour on the deck, you'll be just fine. If anybody comes near you, you can just pull up. I stand corrected. There's a Mig-19 left. But here's a Mig-15. If you look, I do that same trick. I lay on my side, and I just use the mouse to control it from there. It's really not that hard. Now, if it was a Saber, it'd be a little bit more difficult, but you just kind of wait for him to fly in front of the nose. But like I say, as long as you are on your side, it is so much easier to control your aim. So I want to go ahead and end this video with a straight-up duel between a T2 and myself. And this is just to kind of show what you have to deal with the T2. Now, you don't want to ever be anywhere near the nose of this aircraft because he has the lead indicator. It's kind of like playing arcade. He knows exactly where to aim. Now, you can try and throw off a shot, but here's the thing. I started off with him behind me. I have my air brake out. He doesn't. I asked him. He did not have his air brake out. And look at this. He is still behind me. It is so incredibly hard to force a T2 to overshoot because it bleeds speed so much. But now that we're down at these slow speeds, I can actually outmaneuver him. I just have to be able to get behind him. Now, say I didn't air brake him and I went up and I used my energy to my advantage. Now he could just pull up on me and spray me down. So you literally have to air brake a T2 if you're going to duel that thing. Finally, we get him to overshoot. I actually zero throttled a little bit. And we finally get him. And guys, like I say, this is nothing against the guy in this video, but that thing bleeds so much speed. If you have the opportunity, air brake the shit out of a T2. I'm sorry, guys. Take your dignity, check it at the door, whatever you want to do. But that thing needs to die. So, just to recap, a few things you got to remember. Don't ever let a T2 get behind you. If you can avoid it at all costs, make a turn. Do whatever you can to avoid that T2 getting behind you because it's going to be an incredibly hard time to dodge it. Number two, I'm not gonna narrate this clip, but this is exactly why I'm telling you guys, do not take any damage in this aircraft. Try your hardest to never get hit. You'll see why in this clip right here. Third, don't be afraid to go straight up. This aircraft's very good at it. You go straight up, you can catch people off guard, and it works very well. Fourth, if you're having trouble aiming, like I say, just roll on your side a little bit, guys. When you roll on your side, you don't have to worry about the rudder compressing and screwing you up. So, if you have any questions, though, let me know, guys. I'll be glad to answer them in the video or answer them in the comments. Without further ado, guys, enjoy the rest of the footage. We'll see you around. 1.89's coming out soon, guys. You guys ready for the next planes? Sounds fun. Let's do it. See you.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side.